Hey everyone. So, Gilgamesh with Galuf. Truth be told, don't do this to yourself, it's the worst. I X plus 3 my Galuf because X plus 2 just didn't cut it. So if your Galuf is not X plus 3, might as well not do it and use Faris instead. I'd be very surprised if you didn't have Faris by now, she's super old. But yeah, let's do it for the completionist's sake. I'll show the gear etc. after we're done because this might not work at all. Because Galuf's LB is the dumbest thing you will ever encounter. Yes, it is absolute mirror of equity. However, it is also not absolute mirror of equity because it is delayed. So if you want to perfectly chain this with your other absolute mirror of equity chainers, have fun. Because if you're not triple absolute mirror of equity chaining, this chain will always break. And that is the beauty of this. It's the dumbest thing, like I said. It's absolutely anti-fun, and whoever designed this limit burst should get fired, in my opinion. But here we are. So, turn 2, Galuf limit, triple, absolute. Bart is going to Blessed Wind and Soaring. ZZ is going to, whoops, double up his Blizzara Blade. The way we're gonna do this is we're gonna send in Bards first to amp Wind, and then we're gonna bridge the chain, or try to at least, and see if we are lucky enough for this to work, because most of the time it won't. So yeah, it didn't work, but it's fine. We'll get there eventually. If it does work though, if you can make this chain work, you will push the boss below 50 right there and then. Alright, so we'll have Gilgamesh refresh stuff. Boris is going to Soaring. We'll just repeat. Okay. Some RP. Nobody cares. DZ is going to throw an Alexion to Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh guards. Bard's limits. And Galuf guards. He will fill his LB anyway next turn. Alright, let's see if we can make this work. Because if it works, we'll defeat the boss in one go. But for that, we need a perfect chain, and this is going to be the dumbest part about this. Having to perfect chain this kind of thing is just the worst. Let's see. Oh, it worked. Wow, I am surprised. Color me surprised, this worked. This was probably my 6th or 7th attempt, but it worked. Awesome. So we didn't do all missions, sadly. For all missions to work, you have to be lucky enough that the chain doesn't break on turn 2. But yeah, I mean, it worked out in the end, so that's cool, I guess. Yeah. But as you can see, this is not named a budget guide because it's not, sadly. If you want a budget guide, sorry to say this is not possible with budget gear. I tried to make this as cheap as possible, but truth be told, there are still a few STMRs in this. So the left hand side, Cross Aigion, Skullhead, Tyvus Cloak, they are all free. That's the good news. I'm using Vermilion Blade Ardent's STMR for this, for the human killer. I'm also using Lively Stuart Shinju's STMR for the attack power, because Galuf is kind of iffy to gear in that regard. I'm using a few more STMRs, as you can see, his own, which all of you should have if you have NVA Galuf. But I'm also using Starlight Elena's STMR and Cloud's STMR for the true double hand attack percentage. And the last thing I'm using is Sephiroth's Vision card for the LB boost. So like I mentioned, this is not technically budget because I'm using a premium card. Now, I haven't tried, but it should still work out half decently. If you were to substitute Sephiroth's card, geez Louise, for the Final Fantasy Type 0 card, if I'm not totally mistaken. I think this also has LB damage on it. We really need a filter function, by the way. Yeah, oops. I hate this game. Let's do this again. Come on, game. Don't make this harder than it is. There we go. So this should be a viable option too. It's only 25. It's 25 less attack too. But it should be another way to do this. So this would be a substitute for Sephiroth's card or Aerith's Tifa's card if you have it. That is also fine, but rest assured you'll have less LB damage. But yeah, those work. Those are the three options: Tifa's card, Sephiroth's card, or the Type 0 card for the LB damage. That should push you through this fight. But again, if you don't have EX plus 3 Galuf and don't even have that gear, I would really suggest that you are using, or that I would suggest to you using Faris over this. She's easier to gear because the evocation gear is rather easy. I'm just thinking whether EX plus 2 Galuf is enough. If you whale him out, probably is, but if I'm not quite sure if I used the same exact gear and had him at EX plus 2, whether it works. So that's probably it. Other than that, the gearing is the same throughout the whole team from my Faris clear. So Bart's has the same stuff equipped, and so does Zizat. Alright, hope this was helpful nonetheless, and we'll see each other tomorrow for my Lena review. Bye bye.